Okay, I think it is ready now. It is not. Okay, it is ready now. So let's see. Let me copy the link. Okay, let me. I will drop the link here. Then I'll drop it in the chat. Here is the link. I'll drop it here. Let me drop it in the chat. Too. For those that are scared that we will exceed 90, don't worry. We won't. We won't. We won't. We won't. Okay. I've sent that. So now we can now continue. So I said you highlight the whole table. When you highlight the whole table, when you highlight the whole table, you uh okay, sorry, please, for those for the YouTube link and for those that will be watching later, let me just do a quick recap, please. Let me do a quick recap. So I said that what we'll be doing today is pivot table majorly. We'll look at the anatomy of pivot table, look at the anatomy of pivot table, we'll look at the four quadrants, summarizing data in pivot table, we look at sorting and formatting, then we look at filters versus uh, slicers. They do something similar, but one is better than the other. So we said we have the data sets here already. For us to open a pivot table, we do what? We highlight the whole data set. We highlight the whole data set. Then we'll go to insert. When we get to insert, you see under tables, you see pivot table there. You click on it, right? And now we have a an option for what? New to open the pivot table in a new sheet or to open in this existing sheet where we are working already. But me, I want it to be in a new sheet, so I will leave it like that too. I click on OK. So you see that it has actually opened it in a new sheet, right? You can see it has opened it in a new sheet. And under there, you see the pivot table fields. You see that everything that is in the data set is here. Now look at the data set. We have the date, the region, the sales rep, items, units, cost units, and we have the total sales, right? We have the total sales. You can see that now. We have the total sales. So if you go to the pivot table too, you will discover that all of these things are there. So you can see the date, the region, the sales rep, the item, the unit, the unit cost, the total sales, and that is that. So and under this, we have the filter, we have the column, we have the rows, and we have the values. So all of this, they have their functions. All of these have their all of these have their functions. So we have the anatomy, the rules, and you will see that place at the root rule. You will see what you want to be listed down the side. So what you want to be listed down, you know what rules mean now. The way it will be arranged, that is the rules. Whatever you drag to that place will be the rules. While in the column section, whatever you drag to the column section will be the column, and whatever you put to the value will be the value of the row column. And the filter is that it help you filter it either by name, by sales, anything you get now. So that is what we'll be doing now. So now let's drag in something here. Uh let's look at total sales to this value. Let's drag in total sales to value. Right now we have gotten the total sales, right? But we want to know the count of sales because now you can see from here it is sum you will see here. Sorry, that thing is not by the side under value. You see it now, it is showing sum of total sales. So it has sum up the total sales. It has sum up the total sales.
Sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I
Okay.
don't understand.
Which part of it?
Okay, you said we should go to insert,
Uh-huh.
then we should go to pivot table.
Yes.
After going to pivot table, what will I see there?
This page you are seeing on my screen now, if you go to pivot table, click on pivot table. Okay.
I've clicked on it.
What is it showing you? That thing is showing you, just click on OK.
It's saying data source reference is not valid.
Did you select the whole table?
Yes.
Ah, this is it. This is the way this is how I did it. You can say I selected the whole table, right? I came to pivot table, clicked on pivot table, and clicked on OK. Clicked on OK. If you click on OK, I don't want to open OK. If I click on OK, it open another sheet, which is sheet 4. You can see it now. So you can close your whole work. Close the table. I mean the
What is
Excel
my
sheet.
not doing?
Close the Excel sheet, open it back, then you try it again. So we
Okay.
have the we have these values, and under the values we see when we dragged in total sales there, what it did was that it sums up the total sales. It summed up to the total sales, but we have seen the total sales. We want to know the count of sales now. So you come to this place, click on it, right? You can see this small down arrow here, click on it, and it brings up value field setting, value field settings. So clicking on value field setting, you can see something like, you can see some. Please, I'm coming. I want to confirm if this thing is showing. Ah, it's not showing for those who are streaming uh from this place though. That's serious. It's not showing for those that are streaming here. The panel that it's open, because ah that's serious. Because it opened the panel where that it shows us summarize value field by, we have the sum. Okay, let me just quickly take a screenshot of what it's showing so that you see it. Let me quickly take a screenshot of what it's showing. So I will drop it on the group. Let me take a screenshot of it so that I'll drop it on the group and everybody will see what it's showing. I think we'll have to I think we'll have to use YouTube because we'll do a lot of this opening of this thing. Uh we'll do a lot of opening and closing. So please. So do we agree that we should move to YouTube? Everybody. Or if you can cope, and just stay.
Mine is showing here. I don't know about others. I'm seeing everything clear from this end.
Like you
The
mean you
same
are
thing
seeing
here.
So
The
you
I'm
are
same
not
seeing
thing.
seeing my you are
you mean that the this in the drop down boxes that is showing the drop down boxes. Check
yes.
the group and see what I'm sending to you. It's
Wait,
showing
I cannot even see the screen. Oh.
the screen is still showing, it's still sharing. I'm still sharing the screen. That just go and check the group. What I dropped to the group now. Is it showing on your own? If it's showing, then we can now move on. Check it if it's showing on your place.
Is it your screen or what?
Not my screen.
No,
Just
sir,
go and check
not
WhatsApp. Go and
um,
check WhatsApp. That thing I
Yeah,
dropped is supposed to be showing on my screen from here. Go and check it. Is it showing?
no, sir.
It's not right.
Yes, sir.
So and you need to see all of this.
It's not showing.
So you need to see all of this, please. So I don't know if we have to make use of YouTube like that, please. Or what do you guys think? Or
we
will you
can
cope?
switch to YouTube.
Yes. So me, it's already on YouTube. Like YouTube is live already. It's just for you to go and use the link and just join YouTube.
Okay, okay.
Just I'll drop the link again. So just join on YouTube. So you can just join on YouTube and you know and
Okay.
see the people. Yes, so that it can be easier for us. I will want you to see everything. Those things are very
You can
important.
watch it back later. It's like your system is not Okay.
Yeah.
Why is this thing not showing? I guess it's not even showing on YouTube, is it? Abi? Why is it like this? That's serious. It's not even showing on YouTube. It's not showing on YouTube. So, okay. Probably if you're just working on yours, it should you can as I'm saying it, I believe you should just take note of it because I'm surprised it's not showing on the two sides. Um and that's so disheartening, right? That's so disheartening. So okay, let's move on. Okay, if you just come to these values, click on the down arrows of this, then you will see value fields. The last thing you will see that will bring up is value field setting. Value field setting. So you click on value field setting. So when you click on value field setting, it will show you something like sum, count, average, max, mean, product. So these are the things you will see. So we want to actually it will show you something like count numbers, standard deviations, you see some variance and all of those. So we want to count, not really get total sum now. Let's count. Let's click on count and click on OK. So count, and I can see that it has changed to count of total sales. So count of total sales has actually now changed to what 11 instead of giving us the total sum. And also we can decide that it is the average of the total sales we want to get, not the total sales. So click on go back to that down arrow under the count of total sales in the value field. Then you click on the down arrow, click on value field settings, then you click on what? You click on average, then you click on OK. You can see now it is showing us what average of total sales. And see we have the average of total sales. So moving on quickly. So we have to do sorting now. Sorting. You know, by default, when you have this thing, it shows us it sorts alphabetically. But you actually want it to sort. You can actually now change it from sorting from best to whatever. So we'll do sorting now and we'll do formatting, sorting and formatting. So okay, let's move this now. Let's click on it back. So let's take this to row. Let's remove it. Let's use the region. You can see we have region around. Let's see total. You can see now we have the region under rows and we have the total, the sum of total sales. Sum of total sales. So we want probably if we want to know uh we can also do the count. I'll do the count here too. So under the sum of total sales, we can just count. If we do the count now, let's see. We do count. Okay. Now it's counting the sales for each area now. For Abuja, the region for each region rather, we have the Abuja which is 3, Kano which is 2, Lagos which is 4, PHC which is what 2. So, but let's change it to sum right now. Let's change it to sum. Let's change it to sum. So now from here under this please, okay, I'm coming, please. But under this row, you will see one down arrow there. this down arrow, you can use it to sort. You can sort from A to Z or Z to A, either way. So it is on A to Z now. We can now change it to Z to A, and you will see how it will change, right? You can see now it has changed. It's starting from P. Now it may move to Lagos, it moves to Kano, it moves to Abuja, and the like. So, but now there's another one that if you want to do uh the sorting with the numbers, you can just click on any of the cells, the number, right click on it, and you can see sort. You can just when you start practice localizing, click on any of the number, right click, then scroll down, you will see sort there. After seeing sort, you will see uh sort smallest to largest or sort largest to smallest. So let's do sort smallest to largest now. You can see now it has sorted from smallest to largest, regardless of the arrangement of the region now. Regardless of the arrangement of the region. You can also sort it, do again, sort it from what largest to the smallest, largest to smallest. You see it now, largest to smallest. So regardless, you can see now it is Lagos, then followed by Abuja. So it is not by alphabet now. They are sorting by the letters now here. They are sorting by letters here. So let's see the next thing we have here. I've done sorting. Okay, let's do filters now. Filters versus what? Slicers. Filters versus slicers. If those are saying they want us to close the video. Filters versus slicers. So um, so now we want to filter by what? We want to filter these things by the sales rep. I want to filter by sales rep. Okay, let's see that. Okay, in Lagos, how did those sales rep sell? How well did they sell? So if you filter by sales rep, you drag the sales rep down to the filter side, the filter box here. So I drag the sales rep to the filter box. So we want to filter by sales rep now. So you click on field settings. When you click on it will show you to bring down the drop down menu. Then the last place you see field settings. Click on the field settings. So you go to custom. That's not doing what I want, but you can still come to this place. What they call it? Under this down arrow here, can come there and you select. You can select PH, Lagos, and you can see it filters. We just have those ones only. You can have only Kano there, remove every other thing. Can have only Kano. So you can see now it is coming to only Kano here. So let's have everything back. Let's have everything back. Okay. Let me see. Let me try another thing under this filter. Let me try by items. Filter by items. Filter by items. Costume. It's not really doing what I wanted to do. So sorry. So we can actually move on. I think we'll be able to get to that pivot table today. We can get to we can get to dashboards today and we'll explain dashboards. So our next class will now build the full-fledged dashboard. So we'll start working on projects. Our next class. Now we'll work on data cleaning, everything we have learned, we'll implement it, then we'll build a dashboard in that next class. So I just hope we'll get to dashboards today. So under this now, let's move to sliders. Let's move to sliders, the modern way. The modern way. moving to slicers, which is the modern way. So you can see this. Now at the top of your table where you have the ribbons, where you have home, WPA, what and what and what and what, you will see a new, okay, if I click out now, everything is fine. But if I click on the pivot table now, you will see two new this thing appearing at the top. You will see pivot table analyze and design, right? So click on pivot table analyze. So under after clicking on pivot table analyze, so under after clicking on pivot table analyze, you can do what? Insert slicer. So when you click on insert slicer, so you look at it, okay, what item do you want to insert? Is it, let's put unit, insert unit, and let's put unit and item. Now, if you include unit and item, you click on OK. You can see now it has brought out unit and item. So we can use it. We can use these slicers now to filter what we want to filter. If I click on, these are the items that were sold. They, they sold binder, they sold desk, they sold pen, they sold pencil. Now the units that were sold, we have the units ranges between 1 to 100, right? So let's say we want to filter by desk now. You can see now it means that if I you can see something is gone. I guess PHC is gone. So if I click on desk, it means that they didn't sell any desk in PHC. In PHC, they didn't sell any desks. So now count filter by how many. So it means that Abuja sold two desks. It is Abuja that sold the total, that sold two desks, and the total sum of their sales is what? Is 10,000 naira. If I change it to one, Kano sold only one desk. You can see now that Abuja that sold two desks, their total sale is what? Is 10,000 naira. When we say the ones that sold one, it is Kano that came out, right? And it's showing that Kano sold only one desk, which is 5,000 naira. So we can logically say that each desk cost was 5,000 naira. So you can you can clear the filter from here, clear the filter from here. So we can, if you talk about pencil, now you can see Lagos and PH sold pencil. How many did they sell? They sold, okay, let's look, okay, 27. PH sold 27,000. It means that probably each pencil cost 1,000 naira. Okay, let's click 15. You can see that Lagos is showing up. Okay, sorry, 2,700 rather. So it means that each pencil is what? 100 naira. So now if you click 15, it means that Lagos sold for 1,000. The total sales on pencil in Lagos is what? 1,500, which means that they sold 15. So logically, we can see that the sales for pencil is what? 1,000 is 100 naira. So all of these things is what we have. So I think that is that with that. So we can actually move on. You can move on. Then okay. I think we can now move to the other part of it. We can move to the other part this night, which is the dashboard. Okay. I have to drop the dashboard data sets then. Now, let's see dashboard. Should we finish dashboard this night? Please, oh, I'm not rushing the class. Let me hear from us.
No, you are not rushing.
It's okay, so
Okay. So so let me see if I can drop the data sets for this session. Data sets, data sets. This session. Okay. Still I'm coming. Let me quickly work on that. As you know, we're going to get there. Or should we leave it in next class?
Yes, sir.
Should you what?
Should we leave
Sir?
this one for next class?
We can continue.
Okay.
You can continue, sir.
Okay, sir. So let me quickly save this. Okay. Just a minute. I'm dropping that right away. So I've dropped the data sets in the group. Then let me share my own screen for that data set now. Let me share my screen. Let me share some. So okay, this is the data set. So now, introduction to the dashboard, pivot chart and dashboard. We have pivot charts, that is visualizing the table. Pivot chart is just that the table, that pivot table that I have created, you are now willing to visualize it. You are willing to visualize. So a pivot chart is a live chart connected to a pivot table. So any change you make, if you have a pivot chart, any change you make on the pivot table, it will reflect on the pivot chart. If you filter the table, the chart changes. So yes, anything, that's what I'm saying. So if it changes, so how to do about that now? We will, okay, now let's create our pivot table for this. Let's create our pivot table for this, right? So we create our pivot table for this. So please, at the end of class, I will drop a Google form where that we have our feedbacks, right? I want to hear feedbacks from us. What are we not doing well? What are we doing right? And so inserting then our pivot table, click on OK. So then, so you can see that another thing you have to do is what? Understand your table very well. So now in this table, let me zoom it in. We have the order, the region, the city, the category, the product, sales revenue, and profit, right? We have all of this. So we can also see that here. We have the order, the date that the product was ordered, the region where it was ordered, the city where it was ordered, the category of the product that was ordered, the sales rep that sold it, revenue that was generated, and the profit, right? And the profit. So we have that. Okay. We'll now be creating pivot charts, pivot tables now. Pivot table. So we'll do, so now, before creating our pivot tables, we will need to create one extra sheet. You can see where we can create a new sheet, right? This plus sign down here, where you can see sheet one, sheet two. So the plus sign there, you click on it, it has created a new place for us. So you can rename it. You can rename it and say, let's call it dashboard board. So have it as dashboard. So now we have our pivot table. So the first we'll create, we are going in this place, we are going to just create just two pivot table. Then we'll create sliders and that is just all. Then next class we'll create a full-fledged dashboard. Full-fledged dashboard. So this one is just showing us how the dashboard work, that is how the pivot chart and dashboard elements works. So we'll be creating the first um pivot table, which is what we'll create the sales by region. So we create the sales against region, the sales against region to have region, region, right? The revenue. I guess there's no sales, there's revenue, right? So you can see that now we have the region, what each region sold, and the sum of their revenue, right? What each region sold and the sum of their revenue, right? So now the next thing we'll do is what we'll insert a pivot chart. We'll insert a pivot chart. And the difference between the regular pivot and the difference between this and pivot chart, normal chart, the difference between pivot chart and normal chart is that unlike the regular chart, pivot charts have this field button hmm, that allow you to filter directly on the graphic. So this one's allow you to filter directly. So after doing this, I've created our pivot table, right? I've created our first pivot table. Now what we'll do is we'll go to our analyze. We'll go to our analyze and we will see this place where the root tools. You see tools. Under the tools, you click on pivot charts. You can see when you click on pivot charts. I'm not sure this one is showing too. I don't know why this is like this. I don't know. I don't know. So if you click on it, it will show you the pivot charts and you'll be able to choose. You'll see different charts there and you choose the one that you want. You see the one that you want. So you can just pick anyone, any chart there. You can pick any chart in that place. So let's pick which chart should we pick. I wish you guys are seeing this. It's so annoying that it's so annoying. I don't know if WhatsApp can make you see, but it's fine. So this I want to choose a column chart now. Column chart that is clustered column. So let me just be clicking on it, you'll be seeing the difference. So we have clustered column, right? Click on OK. This is a clustered column. Yes, this is it. This is a clustered chart, column chart. Then we can let me put another one so that you guys will see it. Let me put another one so that you guys will see it. Another one. What another one looks like. You see what another one looks like. A line chart. Here is the line chart. So this is a line chart. This is what a line chart. This is what a line chart looks like. So, but let's use the first one. Let's use the first. Let's use the first one. So so this one now we'll take it to where dashboard is. We'll copy it. We'll copy this one. We are using somebody's asking what should we use the dashboard. We are using the pivot table that we have created. You click on pivot table. When you click on pivot table, you go to pivot table analyze. When you click on pivot table analyze, you will see pivot charts. You will see pivot charts under tools. Then you click on pivot charts. When you click on pivot charts, it brings different types of charts. So you choose the one that suits the work you want to do. So this one, but we have used clustered column chart. Yes, we have used a clustered column chart, and that is what we have here. So we can just cut it. Then we'll bring it to where this dashboard is. We paste it there. You see it now. We paste it there. We can see the way it looks. So we'll create another one. We'll create another one, which is we'll create sales over time. We'll create sales over time. we create sales over time. Yes. So let's go back to our pivot. Sales over time. So sales over time. Let's let's just create another pivot. Let's create another pivot. Insert pivot. Insert pivot table. Existing sheets. So okay, we can just use the previous one, please. Let's use the previous. Now we are okay. Let's use this new one. Okay, so clicking on it. Uh, sales over time. Let's do sales rep per what revenue. The sales rep and what and the revenue that they were able to generate. So now you can see this person, Amaka, our revenue is this. David, our his revenue is this. Musa, his revenue is this. So we can just create a pivot table for these two. Pivot table analyze. Pivot table analyze. You click on this. On our after clicking on pivot table analyze, you go to pivot charts. Under pivot charts, okay, now this time around let's use this stack column chart. Let's use stack column charts. So you click on OK. Click on OK. So we have this stack column chart. So we can just cut this from here to take it to our dashboard, right? And we have this, right? So we have this. It's just that's just that. So we can now add. We can do some formatting on this guy here now. We can change the title of this. We can see revenue by region, right? Revenue by region. Revenue by region. Now, if you click on this plus sign here, plus sign here, if you click on this plus sign here, we have the axis, we have the title, axis title. We can just remove the, or we can add it. The axis title is not added, so we can decide to add it. Then the data labels, you can see now when I put data labels, you can see that it's showing some things on at the top. When I click on data labels, you can see that it's now showing the numbers of the red volume that was generated in the east, revenue that was generated in the north at the top of each of them. Now, then the grid lines. See now there's another one grid line. The grid line is there. I can decide to remove the grid line. You see now I've removed the grid line, so there's no grid line on the chart again. But let's put it back. The legend is there. You can see now this total, this place at the right root total is what they call the legend. So you can decide to remove it or put it back there. But it is useful when you have different columns stacked up, so that you'll be able to identify each of them. So let's leave it there. So that is that. For this other table, let's clean this guy. Hey, sorry. Not serious. This guy does not want to come back. Uh-huh. We want to clean the title. Let's see. Revenue by sales rep. Revenue by sales rep. So you can see this now. We have this. So we'll not really do so much formatting today because we can actually beautify our table, our abi, our chart rather, can beautify our chart. So we can actually add slicer to this. Let's add just few slicers to our work. So just add few slicers at the top of our work, and that will be done. Will just be done for today. So let's put the slicer by category and by product. Category and product. Now you know how we put slicer now. Yes, I have spoken about how to add the slicer now. So now we can just do something like this. Or no, let's see. Let me shrink these tables so I can put the slicer side by side. Let me reduce the size of the tables, a bit of the chart rather. That the sliders can stand beside them and you will be able to see what I'm trying to show you practically. So now I can bring this one by the side here. Bring this one by the side here too. You see me to reduce this. Okay. So we increase this guy. All of these slicers can be edited and it will become beautiful. And that's what we'll be doing in the next class. So when you click on this now, you can see everything have changed, right? Furniture, you can see everything has changed, right? But you will notice that it is affecting only one chart. It's affecting only one chart. Hmm? So it means that the sliders are only connected to one chart. They're only connected to one chart. So now we want to connect them to the both charts so that as we are filtering the two charts together. So now you will see this at this end when you click on the sliders, you will see something they wrote slicer, one added stuff here. After power pivot, you see slicer there. You click on it, and under it, there is this thing called report connections. Report connections. You check the second slicer, that is the second pivot table, and you click on. You can see that the pivot table 5 was clicked already, was checked already. So you check the second pivot table, which is pivot table 4, and you click on OK, and you see that they are all connected now. So you see now, notice now, when I clicked on, let me click on air state. You see now, the two are changing directly. The two are affected directly. You can see it now. It's the two stuff that are affected directly. So now, if I click on this category furniture, you can see. So I can come and click chairs. So we are good to go. So that is that about that. So another thing you can also do is to make your dashboard beautiful, which we'll see the same next week. Or I can just leave it right. You can just leave it for next class. Just leave it for next class. Okay, let's leave it for next class. Let's leave it for next class. So that is that about that, guys. So to those that were scared that we exceed time, we didn't exceed time, right? We are good to go. So the class code, I mean the session code, this is session 7, right? The session code is SS101, 2S101, SS101, SS101. So that is our session code. That is our session code. That's our session code. So okay, let me drop the attendance link. It's just the link we've been using all this while. Our attendance link for all this while. That is what we are using. So please, I'll be dropping
Sorry,
the form.
session code. My network broke. Oh.
I said SS101.
Sorry, sir. Can you come again with the section and the code?
It's section 7.
Okay, what about the code?
SS01.
Okay, sir.
SS01.
101.
Yes, SS101
I thought
rather.
it said SS101.
Yes. SS101, please. SS101 is the session code. So just fill the form and SS101.
Coach,
This is the link. Yes, sir.
please, when is the deadline for the assignment submission?
Yes, the deadline for assignment submission now. I'll be dropping 2 extra assignments now, and all of them must be
Ah,
submitted
okay.
before Saturday.
No
That is
problem.
now.
Because
Sorry, before Friday
today
rather.
class, okay,
Before
because today
Friday
class
rather.
I didn't join on time. I got back late, so I didn't catch up at all. I will go and watch the recording.
So before Friday rather. So Thursday at max.
Uh,
Friday.
no
So
problem. Thank you, sir.
that same link that we used to submit the last time is what we are using again. So I will look for it and drop it again. I will look for
Okay,
it.
no problem.
So,
Thanks, sir.
so you guys are doing well. As
Bye, sir.
enjoying
Thanks so
yourself,
much.
right? Thanks so much. Any question?
Yes, sir, there's a
I,
question.
Okay, sir.
Yes, I can't see the in my
Sir,
phone. I don't know how to get it.
the
I mean the
pivot
pivot.
table.
Yes, I can't find it on my phone. I don't know how to get it.
Are you using Google Sheets?
Yes, sir. I'm using Excel. I already.
On your maybe you should try Google Sheets. And let me open this my work with WPS so that you will see. Let me share WPS screen. I hope it helps. I just hope it will be of help. Let it open. I'm coming. Let me share the. I'm coming, please. I want to show you how it is here. I'm coming. So WPS, probably I would advise you to go and try WPS out if it will work. Then you can try Google Sheets either of them.
Okay, sir.
Selecting
Thank you.
everything. This WPS now. Selecting everything. I told you I've not really used these things on phones before. Selecting everything. Let's select the whole table. Then we'll go to the inserts, right? Under the inserts, we have the pivot table. Then see, this is the pivot table on a new sheet, and that is that. So let me try on just you guys should just give me let's see follow, please. Let me try Google Sheet. Google Google Sheet. Let's see if it works. Let me see if it works. Let me see if I can show you. Run. Blank sheets. Let me copy my table and paste it there. So you guys should just give me a minute. Let's see if you can work with that. So I'm just trying to find a solution to every other person so that um, you know I'm placing my table here. Oh, this Google sheet there. Wow. It's asking me for an extension. Please just a minute. Minute. Okay. Let's see if I can paste it here now. Okay, now I pasted it. So let me share the screen now. Let's see if I can find it. Let me share my screen now. So we'll find it together. We are all in this together. So I've not. There's the Google Sheets, guys. So we have the Google Sheets now. So I have everything highlighted already. Let's go to insert. Insert. Aha. If you go to insert now, we have the what pivot table there too. We have the pivot table there under insert. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see my screen when it shows the drop down? Hello guys. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Can you see
Can hear
okay?
you.
Can you see the drop down? Can you see the drop down when I click on insert?
Yes, sir.
You can see the drop down when I click on insert, right?
Yes, sir.
You can see this pivot table that is written here.
Yes, sir.
Click on the table, new sheet, and create. So I hope it works like this on phone. So on your phone, if you're using Google Sheet, try using Google Sheet. Then you change the browser to desktop mode. Change the browser to desktop mode. You change the browser to desktop mode, and that's how you'll be able to use it.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So
Okay, sir. Thank you.
yes, you're welcome. Sir.
Right.
So that,
The one of this Excel now. When I highlight it, I went to insert.
okay.
Now what I'm seeing is I saw table, I saw picture, I saw shapes, text box, recommended chat, comment, and checkbox and link. So when I click on table,
Okay.
yes, they are telling me something different. They are telling me about something like left, right, all those stuff.
And just make use of Google Sheet, please. Just make use of Google Sheet.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Or you use WPS, either of the two.
Thank you, sir.
So please, I'll be dropping the form. You guys should please respond. Thank you. Good night.
Yes, good night.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Gratitude.